Good afternoon, guys. Good morning. It's the CannaSocial podcast. We're back at it today, guys. It's Friday. So I was saying TGIF, man. Thankfully, we're back. It's been a great week so far.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trending topics. It's your host, Carrie. You got Mr. Matthew here with us.
Sir.
Shout out to the camera guy, Nate. We're going to be doing this 5 days a week. We're going to be pushing out topics, telling you guys what's going on. A lot of things, a lot of different camera angles here, guys. We try to go live so you guys can see what's going on. We're going to post it every day at 4:20 and at 7:10. We're going to be back to our BS, as they say, 7 days a week. So there's a couple of trending things out here I want to really talk about. Today, truly, I really want to speak about Brittany Griner. A lot of us out there don't really know who's Brittany Griner, what's going on, but let me tell y'all this. Miss Griner is a WNBA superstar. Not only is she a superstar, she's locked up.
Yeah.
And she's locked up where, Matt?
She's locked up in Russia. She's locked
This
up in
man
Russia.
said Russia.
And there's a war going on right now over there. Ukraine and Russia. Like, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near those countries.
No.
And she's locked up.
Definitely. And you know what's the craziest thing about this is that, how long she's been locked up for?
Well, she's been locked up since February 17th.
February 17th. You check my calendar. Isn't that the 17th rolling around?
Yeah.
You're talking at least 3 months as a detainee in Russia. I've never seen or even heard anything like this before, except for Army, Navy, military capture,
Yeah.
getting traded off and for. Like, I've seen things like that, but never with a civilian.
Yeah, like she's being held like a POW, and the U.S. is saying that she's being wrongly held. So,
Now, the U.S. is saying she's being wrongly held. Russia's saying she's being held, but one thing we have to talk about is why she's being held.
Yeah. Well, she got caught with a vape cartridge on a flight over to Russia. I don't remember why they were going to Russia.
She was playing out there. She
Yeah.
plays in Russia. She's a WNBA athlete. She's a superstar in Russia.
Okay.
So she went that plane, and that's why she chooses to medicate. Brittany Griner's been big into the CBD field. She's been really big into getting cannabis, getting CBD out into the open market, because in the WNBA and in the NBA, they do not drug test. There's no drug testing. So you go from a mindset of being 12, 15 years of playing a sport, using these medications of forming better, and now you're in Russia not even thinking about a pen that you slipped into your bag that just passed on over.
Well, it's your medicine. I wouldn't think twice of it. I have it with me every day, anywhere I go. So.
Now you do you. So you're telling me that that's your daily form of life?
Yeah.
Amazing. And for Brittany Griner, it was as well. Now, could you imagine what she's going through for without her medication for the last 3 months in a different country? She doesn't speak their language.
No. Yeah.
Oh, and you know what's the craziest thing about it is a lot of people's not remembering. Brittany Griner is lesbian, and that is severely frowned upon in Russia. You can. Just like the Pakistanis and the Muslims, with your wife, you cannot show your heirs or too much skin.
There's still rules over there that women have to abide by. It's bad.
It's very bad. And being a woman that likes the same sex, it's even worse. I could even imagine what Brittany Griner is going through. There's a photo on here, you guys. Again, we sourced all of our information, guys. This is something we're pulling out of the air. We got it from Yahoo. You guys go on, there's sort of trending topics on here. So look it up. Look at her photo. See the hurt in her face. I don't know how else to help her. I can just say we have to learn from this, and learning is pay attention to what we're packing in our suitcases, guys. Pay attention to where you're traveling to.
Yeah.
That is, your laws here don't mean up over there.
Not a thing.
No. I do want to talk about, now, I saw something crazy. I saw this article that you sent it to us, that a guy was in a private airplane, and he was with his family members. And it was him and 3 other people, total of 4, and the captain was 5. And all of a sudden, you hear the mic pitch on the comms. The guy puts on the headset. He says, "My pilot's incoherent."
Yeah.
What type of balls was that?
I don't even know. The guy. So apparently the pilot became ill, passed out, and became incoherent. So the plane started going all haywire.
In the air.
In the air, yeah, way up in the air. And so it was a Cessna private plane, like a small little like you can fly from here to there type plane, and the plane started going out of control, and somebody within the plane had enough confidence to be able to grab the controls and stable it out. Then they were able to keep calm, put the headset on, and start SOSing to radio stations and radio towers.
Wow.
So they found him midair on a radio tower. I forgot which radio tower picked him up, but they were able to transfer him to the closest one that he was to, and they were able to talk to him through the radio and tell him how to fly the plane and land the plane.
And the guy, and if you look on the Instagram, if you guys look in the reels, the guy landed the plane beautifully. Like, this wasn't his first time. This is 1,000 times landing planes.
So that was his first time ever flying a plane.
That was amazing to me. I absolutely loved what they do. Again, shout out to our sponsors, shout out to CannaSocial. I want to say a special thank you to everybody out there who's still keeping up with their general hygiene. Just washing your hands when you guys use the bathroom, using Germ-X, sometimes wearing your mask even without being vaccinated. Now you see, what country was it? Korea?
North Korea.
North Korea?
Yeah.
Is that short little guy from North Korea? What's his name again?
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un, Dennis Rodman's
Short
best friend.
fat guy, yeah. You know that they've tapped into Dennis Rodman's phone to make sure that he's not talking to Kim Jong-un like constantly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's something that's wild. But in Kim Jong-un's country, in North Korea, there's COVID now.
Yep.
And what is their country to do now that there's COVID? I heard that when he was going to happen, it's going to be shut down.
They already shut down the country. The whole country's shut down. They blocked the borders. Nobody's allowed to leave their house. Like, they don't want it spreading anywhere. Apparently, there's been 6 deaths already. I don't know.
6 deaths of COVID, and we're in 2022 still?
Yeah, and that's in North Korea, though.
Wow. Again, guys, I know you guys want to travel this summer. I know we talk about a lot of very different subjects, a lot of very different topics, guys. I definitely want to let you guys know that when you guys are traveling, be aware of what's going on in these countries. Still wear your mask, guys. Still. Make sure you're taking your Germ-X. Make sure you guys are paying attention to what's paying attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the unborn out. That's the unknown. Now, we do talk about a variety of topics. You had a topic you really wanted to talk about. What did you want to discuss?
The Metaverse store.
Metaverse store. So, we talked a little bit about it, guys. We pre-recorded some of our shows. This is going to be the first show we're going to drop today at 4:20. Now, the Metaverse store is crazy.
Yeah, so
that's Facebook, right?
Yeah, so Facebook is Metaverse or Meta, and the Metaverse is their like online world.
What's those blue people called that made millions of dollars? It was you're all blue and
Blue Man Group.
No, man, it's an actual movie, Avatar.
Oh, yeah, Avatar, yeah.
Yeah, I just said it right. Avatar the movie. So is that what we're going to be living in the Meta universe?
I don't think it's like you're gonna get sucked into another body type thing like how Avatar was, but you live.
But you're on the same spectrum.
Yeah. You're so you see, I can be here.
So I hate my life that much that I want to go and
do something else, but you're still here
and be a whole other person.
Yeah. But now it's so attractive for people that are just online and they don't want to go outside. There's a vast majority of people that don't like going outside and they're not social and they just sit at home. But they can live their life doing other stuff through this metaverse. And this store, they're selling the actual products that you can use to be able to actually do the metaverse. So you have to have like VR glasses and internet connection and stuff like that. But I guess now there's a partnership with Ray-Ban. Ray-Ban just released these glasses.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, every major company that's falling off is going to link up with you guys.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you guys the last time that Ray-Ban was popping since maybe
2015.
Yeah, B.O.B. You said Ray-Bans. Like, I mean, I can't tell you. So now the Meta Universe, I'm gonna be my own person. I'm gonna go ahead and get a whole avatar, be somebody else. I gotta spend money in this universe.
I mean, you can set everything up for free, but there is things you can spend money for if you want to be like dripped out in a sense. Like there's the hypebeast persona in the metaverse as well, because it's the same shit with the NFTs. It's like when you own a specific NFT, like it allows you into a specific section. Like if you own one that all these rappers have, you're gonna be able to have a direct line to be able to talk to the rapper. But
so an NFT is basically a Ponzi scheme to get a plug to be a connect.
In a sense, yeah.
Jesus Christ, guys. I hope all you guys out there that's on your Bitcoin game, that you guys are on your NFT games, I really hope that you guys really opened your eyes. And if you freaking thought that the American government was going to allow a bunch of idiots to say, hey, fuck the dollar, the US dollar, you guys are wild out of your mind. If you think Bitcoin is going to take over, brothers, ladies and gentlemen, I'm probably wrong. I understand this. I understand you have a different sense on that.
Yeah.
I think that you guys are fucking idiots. If you guys truly think that the almighty dollar is going to ever not be existing in this country. Ever, dog. I don't ever think that there's going to be enough gold, enough guns, or enough drugs to outweigh money.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Money will never become obsolete. I just think that money will lose its value. Like, over time. I mean, it already has lost its value a lot.
Yeah, but niggas aren't going out there and saying that maybe in 100 years, if you guys want to riddle me down this road, maybe like right now I'm 33 years old and I still have a problem with using Apple Pay and the payment machines that are here now. So in 50 years from now, I'm going to be that old guy who just remembers my email. Like you see the grandpa.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe you're talking.
I hope that never happens because like I have to go help my grandfather just with like putting a file on a USB. Like he'll end up deleting the file because he doesn't know what he's doing.
And that's how it'll always be, Matt.
Yeah.
Technology is always going to outgrow your age.
I'm gonna try to keep up. I'm gonna try to keep up with it.
I mean, we all
as much
try.
as I can.
We all try. I get a new iPhone every year. I get a new Samsung device every year. I'm trying to keep up with the cool and the hip. But brother, you naturally fade out. I got 5 kids, and I'm still the old guy on the block. It's a difference. Now, we talked a little bit about COVID, guys. We talked a little bit about Brittany Griner. We talked a little bit about, what else? The North Korea COVID. Now,
the airplane.
The airplane, right? I do want to mention that Jungle Boys is opening next week, Thursday.
Yeah. In Ocala.
Yeah, in Ocala. If you haven't got your medical card yet, you guys see that backpack board that just posted? You see, that's what I'm smoking, guys. This is from a wonderful, wonderful dispensary out of Miami. It's called The Flowery. This company is able to supply, demand, and handle everything you possibly could think of in the cannabis field. I think they're probably some of the best cannabis I've ever smoked.
I think so for sure, and I love the way that they run their company because we're in Central Florida. We're in Central Florida, and they're in Miami. You can order any day before Wednesday, and they'll deliver to wherever you tell them to go on that Wednesday, the next Wednesday after. So they're consistent with it. They're on time with it. Everything's perfect. There's no issues. So.
Yeah, that's what the cannabis field out here in the state of Florida has, is great customer service. You got your Trulies, you got your Moons, you have so much great dispensaries out there, guys, that sit down and give you guys and take their time to get patches, to get inhalers, to get so many different things for you. It's unbelievable.
They also sometimes when you go to places like when you go to Move, Trulieve, like the actual people you deal with, they're not trying to mess you over and screw you on a price. They're trying to help you out. So like they'll see what deals they can get you at the same time. Like so, it's pretty nice.
It is. We are going to be dropping the Twitter today. We're going to be dropping the Facebook. We're going to be on Tumblr. There is a new company starting off, guys. It's Off the Rope Smoke Shop. It's going to be an amazing location. I definitely want you guys to check it out. Instagram's going to drop. There's a lot of things that we have cooking up in our building that we want to be able to bring to the cannabis field out there. Most importantly, guys, we're able to sit down here. We're able to stream to you guys live, smoke, talk about things because we have our cannabis card. Because it is illegal products here in the state of Florida. So I say this all the time. It's time to tell a friend, guys. Get your medical card. Let's get this thing together, guys. And let's make it a real process, a real change.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of worrying about the police. I'm tired of worrying about the peace in life. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I do want to mention to a lot of us out there, maybe you guys can drop your comments and come inside and let us know what your thoughts is, but we had a couple of other topics we were going to discuss. I know there's another topic you really want to talk about. What else was there?
The actual price of everything dropping right now. It's second quarter, end of second quarter for stock markets. Everything's tanking. You have all your cryptos are on the floor. Everything's on the floor. Like Bitcoin hit a 52-week low. I think it was 2 days ago, and like people are freaking out. Like, and
they're freaking out because the bills can't get paid.
Yeah,
they're freaking out because everything's taking a crash. But how did you not see this coming?
Exactly. For me, it's the sense where they didn't make a smart investment. They invested money that they.
So the whole world didn't make a smart investment.
Look, people who are scared right now didn't make a smart investment because they played around with money that they needed. They didn't play around with money that they could play around with.
Nobody can play around with money they can play around with. I have 5 kids. You can never tell me if I had $50 million, dog, I have money I can play with.
Not even like 3% of that, 5% of that.
Matthew, dog, what's 5% of 50 million, Matthew? 2.5 million. So you're telling me to get $2.5 million out to this nigga or that person in an imaginary world?
No, I'm not saying that. Like, not an imaginary world. Like,
but it's an imaginary world. And NFT is an imaginary world.
I'm talking about like actually like because so when you buy through an online app like Robinhood or like Coinbase, like you're your own broker, so you're responsible for all those charges.
Matthew, let me ask you a question. If I bought a house, staff, my team, everybody in the world, if you bought a house today, 5 years from now, your house was worth $100,000 more. Was that a good investment, Matthew?
Yeah, I would think so.
I'm not. You bought a house at $500,000, $600,000, right? To have a $20,000 increase per year, talking about $500,000 house, right? You bought that house at, let's say you got decent credit, 5%, 6% interest. You may really get maybe 4.5%. I just paid 4.5%, 5% on 600 bands to only make $100,000.
Yeah, no.
Again, guys, in America.
That's tripping. You're tripping.
Right, but you just said that was a great investment. And that's what the whole world is.
I don't know the process.
But it's basic math. This is not even a process, Matthew. This is just math, dog. You're spending, think about this, spending $500,000 to make $20,000 a month, 10% increase, that's in any housing market. In any housing market in the world, that's what they tell you to buy houses and rent. Buy houses and rent. I'm gonna go buy this house for $2,000 a month and have you go rent it out $2,500, $3,000? That made more money.
Yeah.
Then you made that 100 bands. Plus of the $500 a month, you've been at 150 bands.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where the money comes in.
The reoccurring's better than making that change. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
A lot of people out there are the same thing with this Bitcoin. I go to smoke shops now. I'm seeing less ATMs and more Bitcoin ATMs. I'm like, Jesus.
I don't trust that shit. You seen the guy's getting sued in Canada because he owned a Bitcoin ATM franchise. People were trading their money for Bitcoin, and it was supposed to be held in an online wallet. And in reality, he wasn't buying any Bitcoin; he was taking all their money. And it was like $50 million or some bullshit.
I think this guy would have got more than just sued out here in Florida if he did that. But I appreciate you guys, man. It's the CannaSocial podcast. I appreciate you guys checking in, man. It's your host, Kerry. Matthew came and check us out again.
Yes, sir.
Tell a friend and tell a friend. Thank you, my brother.
Of course.